also that can remove the tags of the AI that wrote the tags. So it's even more interesting. So what we shall do today, the first exercise, after we discover some basics. Everybody likes to publish on LinkedIn. I also like to publish on LinkedIn. Fortunately, I'm a writer. I don't need it. I can write very fast. In minutes, I can write 1,000-word articles. Most of it is okay. Maybe some spelling errors. But what I did is I went to an AI that can write articles on LinkedIn. But what I did was I just the ethics and way. This is what we're going to do today. I first came up with a concept. I said I want to write an article. I wrote 200 words on ethical AI. Where do ideas come from? How does AI help me to be more creative? I put all these thoughts down in a paragraph. Then I fed it to AI and I said, can you expand on this thought a little? So it expanded it in 15 seconds. It gave me 3 800-word articles, slightly different variations. First, what it did, it went to my LinkedIn profile and it scanned my style of writing. It scanned my background, where I had taught. It did everything. And when it wrote one in my tone of voice, which is very fascinating.
What if like you don't have any background?
No, then it also suggests to you, would you like in a playful manner? Would you like in a scholastic manner? Would you like ask these questions? And you'll see that thing happening today, right? And you can choose, you can say, I want to sound very academic. So it will write in a very academic manner. And that will be your tone of voice for all the articles that follow. Because you remember this in registers. But if you ask it, it will give you topics also. So if you say, okay, I like that topic, write for me, it will write you a topic that it is written for other people. It will also write you a topic which is so dumb that people will not respect you at all. There'll be no aha moment, there's no insight. It'll be some nonsense. It will turn out, it sounds very, very nice, but people who are intelligent and people, colleagues who are respected in the industry will look at it, what nonsense this person is writing. So instead of going up, we'll go down. Right? So it's very important for you to first think out a good insight into your topic. If you have a good insight and you've found something that you'd like to share which is interesting, even as a question, article doesn't have to have a solution. An article can raise a whole bunch of questions and say, I wonder what's the answer. Any answers from you guys? That's good enough for LinkedIn. In fact, that's even better because people start writing in. Okay. So once you have a concept and feed it in, it will write articles for you. Then I take that version, I look at it, and I don't like 30-40%. I rewrite that again, and I put it back into AI. And then I tell it to release on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Fantastic. And this is the free version. If you have a paid version, you can write articles every day. Every night, go home, pick up a concept, put it there, edit it, it takes you 1 hour. But the article that comes, and I tell you, this is fact. When I used to write myself, and thought I was a great writer, I would get, I don't know what you call it, not likes, but whatever, views or whatever, right? On LinkedIn. I mean, not share, but maybe people like some graph or something. I don't understand all that. So I would get like 20, 30. When I wrote it through AI, I got 200. I'm thinking about it. I'm writing it myself, something's happening. AI is helping me to write it and I'm getting better. So something is nice about AI, right? And there was no, LinkedIn has a checker. If they suspect that you're writing using AI to write, they will block you. I haven't been blocked, which means I'm doing something right. So, ready?
Let's have a small round of introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Formal starting.
I can stand in.
Otherwise, it's okay.
Wait a second.
The voice is getting captured from us. So the online might
You
is.
can unmute that, we can put it off.
So you want me to come here?
Yes, you can walk.
Like yesterday.
Huh.
Okay. You want to set the.
So you can sit as well. The speaker is needed.
It's really understand.
Make him sit. You can sit there. So welcome back everyone. Now we are beginning our next session. We have Dr. Mr. Sidrick with us. He's a distinguished educator, creative professional with 4 decades of experience across academia, advertising, and arts. He holds his MA in communication from University of Louisiana and BA in literature from St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. Sidrick has spent 23 years in advertising in India and Southeast Asia, working with leading agencies such as BBDO, Gray, Lintas, where he held senior creative leadership roles, including executive creative director in Singapore. From 2011 to 2021, he served as an associate professor at Goa Institute of Management, where he also chaired the Center for Creativity, Innovation, and Design and Thinking. His teaching has spanned creativity, innovation, integrated marketing, communication, and design thinking, shaping MBA and EMBA courses as well as the executive professionals. Beyond the classroom, he has conducted creativity and imagination workshops at premier institutes such as IITs, IIT at Gandhinagar, Goa, Jammu, Kota, IIM Udaipur, Raipur, and Sambalpur. National Institute of Design, Anant University, and also MNIT Jaipur. So, thank you, sir, for conducting this session with us. Over to you, sir.
So, I would just like to summarize what I did yesterday. We can't go through that because that's 3 hours or 4 hours. So, the most important thing is creativity. It's about making meaning. So, if you can make meaning, new meaning out of anything, it's an act of creativity, right? So, there are two kinds of creativity. One is the one that makes no sense, but it's very creative. So I was saying this yesterday. If I enter this room and wore my shoes on my head and held a carrot in my hand and took a picture, is it creative? It's very creative, but it makes no sense. So nobody will buy it. People will probably think I'm insane and lock me up. So that doesn't really get me anywhere. But if I were to, yesterday we showed the Apple logo. You have the Apple, we have the Apple logo. Somewhere the meaning shifted from an apple to an apple that has a bite in it. And that is creative meaning. That is an act of creativity. Why? Because if you know the Bible and so forth, that's what it's trying to say. That Adam and Eve and Adam took the first bite of the apple and therefore he got wisdom and then he got kicked out of paradise, but he became very smart. And they're trying to allude to all of that one single graphic. So that is, they have created new meaning from an old picture. An apple without bite, apple with bite, but something has changed. That is multi-million-dollar logo. You stick that logo on a pair of chappals, it will sell. It's that the amount of equity that has. A simple device, simple graphic, right? So this is what advertising does. It understands creativity, understands meaning. Advertising is constantly making you meaning. That is why all the toothpaste, if you took out the brand and put it side by side and the color was the same, you will not be able to tell one from the other. But then what will they do? They said, you have toothpaste, very good. My toothpaste, I got salt. Say, okay, yours toothpaste, mine got charcoal. You have got charcoal, mine has got Ayurveda. So it goes on, right? So everybody is trying to change the meaning of the word toothpaste. Unfortunately, there's only one word, toothpaste. But the meaning keeps changing, right? And this again, we talked something, you missed out a good session yesterday because the whole basis of creativity. And to really give you an example, I have to tell you this because otherwise it won't make sense. So if you say, I love my dog, I love pizza, I love my mother. So is your mother a pizza? No, she's not. She's your mother. So you love her in a different way. You love your dog in a different way. And you love whatever everything in a different way. So the word love again is a very good example of language which has lost its meaning. It has no meaning. But there is an opportunity because when boy girl falls in love and boy is being mischief, and girl gets angry and says to Bugger, don't come back in my life. Boy is crying, girl is crying. One of them write a love song. The thing is that this is a common story in everybody's life from the history of man. But every love song is different. Right? No love song is the same. And this is what I mean. You take the word love and you interpret it and give it your own subjective meaning. And that is an act of creativity. So you have to have a creative attitude, be creatively aware, self-aware of your power to create meaning. And if you have that self-awareness, then you approach AI. AI can do wonders for you. And I've been fooling around with AI long time now, today we're going to try and do some of the things. It's hard actually to do it in a session like this. Right. When normally it would be a workshop and with tables, right? So like groups, people are working in circles. It's easier to work. It's like more of a classroom. We try. So I've covered that. Yes. So has everybody understood creativity on meaning? Okay. So I'll give you one more example that we did yesterday. It's a very simple childish example. So if I give you a newspaper, old newspaper, right? The dustbin, I pick it up and give it to you. I say, change the meaning of this newspaper. Give it some self-respect. What would you do with it? What would you do? What would be your first act? Give it new meaning. Newspaper, it got some curry stain also on it, but it's going on the dustbin. Somebody wiped near masala on it and it's going in the dustbin. So now the newspaper has got how much value? 0. Now, how do you increase its meaning? What could you do to change its meaning? Yes. I told you it's a simple. See, all of you are so qualified. What is such a question? This one is a question. It's like you take it, you make a ball and throw it. Somebody throws it back, and it became a ball. So that newspaper, which was lying there thinking I'm dirty, I'm smelling, suddenly says, wow, I'm a ball, I'm a aircraft, all kinds of things. And you change the meaning of it. That is an act of creativity. Now tell me how many of you are not creative? Everybody is creative. If I give you this bottle, a distillery bottle, and say, make something with it, basically you cut it off, put flowers in it, make a vase. So the bottle became a vase. That's an act of creativity. And people do amazing things with bottles. If you go and must have seen it on YouTube. I look at it and I cannot believe that people are so creative. I thought I was creative. These guys are amazing. They cut the bottle, they put two halves together, make it this, they put a wick in it. I don't know what all things they do. Right? So people are constantly trying to change the meaning of things around them. And therefore, language is way behind creativity. And the best example is your cell phone. Cell phone started off by doing something you make a phone call with. And some idiot said, can I take a photograph with my cell phone? So why would you take a photograph with a phone? In the old days, we had a moving phone, right? I don't think we've seen it. We have seen it. If somebody told me at that time, can music play on the phone? Man, what is the matter with you? There's a phone here. Tomorrow you'll see, can my chair play music? Can my toaster play music? Why should it do? It's not meant to do that. Wrong. It can do it. And today people are looking at objects like a toaster and asking a very simple question. Why is my toaster so dumb? Why is my toaster only making toast? Well, my cell phone is playing video. So why is my toaster only making toast? Can my toaster tell me the time? Of course it can tell you. Can it give me the weather? Of course it can give you. What else can it do? I don't know, it can do a lot of things. Because technology exists out of the toaster. And when you put it in the toaster, it's no longer a toaster. We don't know what to call it. I mean, you still call it a cell phone. It's not a cell phone, it's something else. But there is no word for it. Because language is always lagging behind creativity. Creativity is much more active, much faster. It's constantly changing, constantly redefining the world around us. But AI has this amazing ability to mix and match and respond at lightning speed if you know what you want. And I call that intent. If you have intent, if you have creative intent, AI will deliver. You may have to poke it a bit. You may have to make it work harder. It may insist, may give you some very boring answers, but you are in charge. If you're not in charge, don't use AI because you'll be really disappointed. Okay? And the question of ethics will not arise. You are in charge. Okay. So we'll come to this a little later. First, let's cover a few things. The sound. So this is a summary. We've shared this with everybody earlier.
Share it.
Okay. So I've created a whole bunch of files which go beyond the classroom because if I really go through all this, it will take 2 days. So I'm trying to share with you a whole lot of things as you see to understand. like summary of ethical rules for engagement with AI, some of the basic rules that one should respect. A summary of creativity, what creativity is, a whole lot of links on research, finding gaps in research, a whole lot of links on making music, making pictures, working with AI on writing, uh, mind maps. Mind maps are a very powerful tool which humans need all the time. We do not have the ability to think mind maps. And mind maps is actually quite an old system, but it was mechanical in the sense one would have to take a large chart paper and say exercise. Then you would say, what are the elements that connect with exercise? Running shoes, track suit made of lycra, pants, shirt. Okay, girl, boy, pant. You go on doing this thing until you expand it, but you would never be able to see the way AI sees it. And yesterday we did this exercise. We took a simple thing like sleeping, a verb like sleeping or exercising, and we asked AI, what is it called? Mind map, mind map AI, right? Within seconds, they expanded every possible element now associated with exercising and sleeping. And the moment you saw that, you had this whole universe which you had not even thought of, which AI can do. But AI doesn't know what to do with it. It knows this thing, but it doesn't know what to do with it. That's where you come in. So you look at it and you say, sleeping, pillow, interesting, mattress, very good. So then the first fundamental question of creativity comes in. How can I make my pillow more intelligent? My pillow is very dumb. I put the pillow, it sits. I poke it, it goes in. I hit it, comes out. It's a dumb pillow, it doesn't do anything. While it supports my head, you may have those pillows which take your shape and okay, I'm not happy. And then you ask yourself, what do I do in my bedroom? I sleep. What helps me to sleep? See, you have to ask questions like this, where creative intelligence comes in. And you say, music, sometimes I listen to otherwise some talk or some sleeping music. And then what else happens? Then I have to go to sleep, and then I get up in the morning, and suddenly you realize that, like your cell phone, your pillow is underutilized because your pillow can play music, it can have Bluetooth, it can be an alarm clock, it can have temperature control, it can do all kinds of fun things. And you say, that's true. How come nobody has thought of it? I don't know. Maybe nobody asked the question. And maybe that's waiting for you to discover and to draw a patent on it. Create a new pillow. Create a shoe that is warm. Create a running shoe that can measure your distance, tells your blood pressure, tells your heart rate. A shoe, which has not been made still. Why is Bata not making it? I don't know. I have no idea. Shouldn't they be making it? Would you buy that shoe? I mean, it's a very good list. The same technology can go into your shoe. You can have a sweatband that tells you whether you need to drink water. There are so many things so the moment you have this mind map expanding the elements that go into one function like sleeping or exercising, you get this whole universe of ideas that would possibly become new product concepts, which people need, which people value, and people will buy. Therefore, you have a ready market for it. Does everybody agree with me? Does anybody have any different opinion? Everybody's saying, my God, this guy is so smart. He's telling us all these things we never heard before. No response. Somebody should say, wow, sir, you're so smart. I never thought about this. My God, thanks for coming here. Okay. So, this is a summary of a creative thought so far. The very important thing is to deconstruct. This is one of the fundamental rules of design. And deconstruction means you can deconstruct anything. You can deconstruct a syllabus, you can deconstruct a university, you can deconstruct anything. And the moment you deconstruct it, a magical thing happens. You see all the redundancies in it. And you say, why the hell is this sitting here? It's not supposed to be here. It's completely outdated. No, you didn't deconstruct it, so you didn't see it. So the moment you deconstruct and reconstruct, all the redundancies come out and it becomes an act of creativity. Why? Because it becomes something new. You change the meaning of it. It was A, now it's become A plus. Right? So deconstruction is a very powerful tool. Yeah, sure.
what he's saying, if you think about your research framework, you want to create some new knowledge. So the way he is saying, you have to be very creative about any concept which you are taking in your research work. And deconstruction means again the same thing, how you are going to define it. If you can able to connect, which we do in our research. So same thing, like I used to give example of pollution. So pollution, the mind map make it so we can find not many things. So it's exactly relating to the work which you are taking up, and Sir is talking about in terms of creativity. And we know the creativity is required. Otherwise, your work won't be new, right? That's it.
This is some kind of summary for being ethical. So it comes back to intent. If your intent is to cheat, and I'll tell you, yesterday we talked about this. Why are people unethical? The reason we are unethical is because we want to be something that we are not. We want to get the respect that we don't deserve. We want to go to heaven, but we don't want to die. Right? So heaven is a metaphor. We want to enjoy the joy of heaven, but we say we don't want to die. We want to go straight to heaven. You can't do that. You have to die first. Right? So in the same way, you've got to do the hard work, and only then can you succeed. There is no shortcut. But the people who don't want to do it, they say, thank God we have AI. You know, AI will make us look like we are smart when actually we are dumb. So they become creative retards. But AI will give them a fake kind of, smartness. Yes, an illusion. It's not true. Because when you're actually tested in a job, you won't last more than a week. And today, any job that you get in AI is a prerequisite. So there's no getting away from it. Okay? You have to get into it, understand it, master it, and use it as a slave to do your work. Okay. So I want to read all this. You can just go through it. There's nothing much to memorize. Much of this is common sense. Okay. If you, for instance, let's talk about music. I do music, and it's become a big issue because as a musician, I compose, I write. I've got music videos out there, and when AI first hit us, especially Suno, SUNO.ai, came out, it just scared the crap out of me because we will do that exercise today. You don't even have to do lyrics. You just have to say, write me a love song of a watermelon that fell in love with a guava. Within 3 seconds, it gives you a lyric, chorus, verses, and then you say, now do it in reggae style. It'll ask you, you want female to sing it or male to sing it? It's not even asking you like, anything else. You say,
See this?
yeah, I've got the links, but that will be in the laboratory work. It's a theory. So then you give it that prompt. Within 10 seconds, it gives you 3 songs with vocals, radio, I mean, the mic recordings, the instruments, and everything. Now, I have used Suno as a musician, and I have told it what to do. I'm not allowed to tell me what to do. I've told it what to do. And the result is completely different. Completely different. Because it has the capacity to do good work. But if you don't tell it, it gives you the cheapest and the shortest cut possible. Because that's how it's wired. So you understood that even if you're doing research, whatever you're doing, if you take the shortcut and put all the responsibility on AI, it will give you very bad stuff. But if you're in control, it can be amazing. So these are some of the ethical guidelines, okay? And it is part of your file that I've sent it to you, that you can look at it, stick it on your forehead, and remember. Yeah.
But do they need these things for this
Yeah.
after it?
No, now. Yeah. It's here.
Any question? Any thought? Are you
You tell me you like my shirt, whatever you like. The
thinking something? इसका बोलो सुनो हाँ सुनो कुछ तो बोलो क्या हुआ again that was the same.
Students in B schools are very annoying because they're postgraduates and they come from very different mindset. So one of the biggest serious lecture, and I joke all the time, so they think it's okay. So one guy raised his hand very seriously. Yes, I was very concerned. Somebody asked me a question, and usually answer, I look stupid. I was like, tension. Sir, where you got this shirt from? So that's why I told you, you want to know where I got this shirt from? Like, so I would like for you all to form groups faster. Well, individually, you can do it. Time to try and respond. So you all can form a group. You all can form a group. Just form groups of 4. This can be one group, right? You all can just turn around.
पहले ग्रुप बना लो फिर बताएंगे क्या करना है हाँ छोड़ दे पेंटिंग I'm sharing this between Arun, I'm sharing your group.
Last one I saw the last one. Share with you.
That they don't need. Yes, yeah.
No, very few. Some are there. You can put it. Oh, okay.
Those pen drive slots, that's one.
हाँ then it is done for my son. मैं इसको 100% करती हूँ 100% कर देना रूमें if possible
Yes.
share screen ही कर दे fine activity है ना
Actually, mine were. No, 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 you can. It's been the stuff that
Let's. So then you go. Uh, so here's another challenge. This was supposed to be an exercise done yesterday using your camera. I decided to change the rules a bit. Basically, if I told you to take your cell phone and go out and shoot hunger, innocence, depression, shame, anger, laziness, and purity, what would you do? How do you shoot purity? How do you shoot hunger? And you can't use a human being with a mouth open and looking like I want vada pav. That is not the answer. This is a different way of imagination and using meaning in a different way. So we can't physically do that now because if I send you along, it won't come back. Right. So I just wanted to first establish this kind of exercise: hunger, innocence, depression, shame, anger. So you think about it and tell me, without using a human being, what would be symbolically representative as a creative idea where you create new meaning out of the word hunger? How would you, for instance, what would you show? You can describe it, you don't have to draw it even. Any one of these things. First, we have to deconstruct. This exercise is cerebral exercise. You have to first deconstruct hunger. What is hunger? See, this is how you think, because AI cannot think like this. If you say hunger, it will show one baby crying for food. Because you ask hunger, so you can't explain anything more. But you have to be clear about it first. So, what is hunger? How do you visualize hunger? What is the concept of hunger if you deconstruct it? Any hunger. Don't be afraid. You're not supposed to be smarter than me. I'm supposed to be smarter than you, so it's okay. Yeah, one second. No, no, no. Hunger is okay. Let me ask you a question. Is hunger a positive or a negative? It's a negative. It's an absence.
So that is why we are going to fulfill.
No, no. So I'm asking you hunger. If you describe hunger, It's an absence, waiting to receive something which is missing, right? It's a hunger. It's so a bowl, if you shot a bowl with your camera, that's hunger because there's nothing in the bowl. And it depicts hunger. The emptiness is what hunger is. And this works for any kind of hunger, even the one I'm joking about. If you don't have it and you're hungry for it, means you're empty, therefore you want it. Right? So there is a emptiness which you're trying to fill, and that is hunger. But this is the way you think. So if you think of innocence, right? Again, using the same principle, you have to visualize it first, and then only can you approach. Incidentally, I tried this exercise in the morning. AI failed completely. Could not get. I had to go on too much hard work. I just wanted to see how AI thinks. So take any of them. Take depression. What is depression? How would you visualize it emotionally? Is it somebody dancing on top of the building? That wouldn't be depression, no?
I was trying to journal about it by just making black scribbles all over the page.
Okay. So you're representing depression by color. Okay, darkness. Right. So so could it also be, is depression high or low? Are you feeling high or are you feeling low? So see, this is the key thing. So you start feeling low. So if you show something which is of a matching height and then you show low, you will see depression. You'll see the difference, right? Anger is easy, right? Because anger is harsh. Yeah, it's harsh. So you will never find any design by Apple which has sharp edges. They're all bevel edges. And they do that for a reason. It's comfortable, it's caring, it's loving. Right? You'll see all of these. And most of the other things like your kitchen, tops will be sharp. You can bang your head, it will bleed. But bevel is supposed to be, bevels. So design, a lot of design uses the non-verbals in design when they want to do a positive kind of thing. So I just want to ask you to try and get your mindset on this. Okay, this is a new way of thinking, another way of thinking. We don't have time to do this. If you want to try this, we can try this. Can you do this quickly? Go to go to Perplexity and say, can you visualize hunger without using a human being? I'll show you what I did here. See, today I did this. Okay, I said visualize the core concept of hunger symbolically as a visual, then hunger is not a food for it. Okay. I said, so this is what I said. This is what Copilot said. Okay. And it gave me this picture. Then I asked Copilot, I said, this is nonsense. I can't even understand what it is. So I asked Copilot, can you explain your reasoning for this visual? It's very interesting. This is the reasoning it gave me. And it was so profound that I didn't think of it. Just read this. Emptiness, longing, and a tree without leaf evokes a sense of deprivation, not of food, but of fulfillment. It's alive, rooted and reaching, yet visibly lacking. This mirrors the emotional state of hunger as a yearning. Something essential is missing, but the capacity to grow remains. This is AI giving me bullshit about this picture. And if you go on reading it, and then it asks you, if you try this out, and the base will ask you, would you like interpret this in a different way? And it can go on doing this thing. And I'm saying that you don't have to submit this kind as your work, but it teaches you something. I myself I said, wow, if I was asked to write, say on this picture, I would never think so much. Why it works. The visual avoids literal representation and human figures, yet it captures the essence of hunger as a deep, soulful yearning. It's about the ache of possibilities, the beauty of reaching, and the quiet resilience of hope. I could never articulate it so much. Okay, so this is an example. This morning when I woke up, I said, let me see whether I can, do what the exercise I'm asking you to do. So you can do this exercise if you want, or we can move on. Okay, now I had asked people to look at these links. I would like you to do this because it's a huge. This lady was doing a lot of work for television. I forget what serial she was working on. And then she started doing, she's one of India's first anime makers, doing short films. So the links are with you. You can quickly go and look at the links, and then I've given you her prompts in the files mentioned there. Read her two animator prompts. Read the prompts, and you'll understand how prompts have created what you just saw. Yes? You're looking like you want to do it? Quickly go and see. They're very short films. So look at it. That sound, as design and lighting it, and she has worked with 2 or 3 different AIs to achieve the anime films. And then I requested her to tell me her prompts and her background and how she did this, how she achieved this. Most people will not tell you. So she has given a one pager on how she achieved what you will say. Yes, you are seeing or you're not seeing. See fast, fast. Quick, quick, fast, fast. Because time is running out. I have to go back to Goa. Quick. It's raining in Goa and the beer is cold. So rush, that's fast.
So everybody should watch that.
I mean, we watch even 1 or 2 of it just to get an idea of how did the hell this person come up with this thing? What did she do? And you'll see the prompts and the hard work that goes into it. It takes sometimes a month of hard work.
Yeah. Watch first.
So what do
You've given all the prompts and description also, no? No. Shared already. Yes.
They want to share.
Yes.
Good. This good.
But it's not, I have given it.
So have you seen at least 1 or 2 of the films? Okay. We do have some time. I would like to quickly look at the prompt sheet of Mamta's prompt sheet and just go quickly through and be amazed at the amount of prompting that delivered what we just saw.
People who were present yesterday, I think they must have seen this link. So they can a bit more.
Where did I go my appointment?
For PowerPoint.
Ah, wait.
Yes.
That. Right.
Yes, that's good.
So should we carry on? Now there's a lot of misunderstanding about AI, and you hear things like, "Oh, robots will take over the world."
Hello.
Hello.
It's been better.
Completely.
Online people are. Okay, what is it? That is.
Can we find a form after 5-7 minutes?
Right, sir?
So that.
Continue.
But what about the online people?
Break.
When we, your break is here.
It is not that break. He is not present.
He is. Break is here, he is not here.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll consider it. Yeah. वो तो आपके कब बोलता है? Yes. उनको मैं बोल दूँ क्या? In February 2024, please stay.
For example.
He is in short.
बता देंगे.